Curry is out, but still showing love to LeBron. Maybe we'll see them on the playoff court. I don't know. We'll have to see. Lakers up 15. They would end up blowing the Warriors out. Look at LeBron here. Just hammers it down. Vintage LeBron last night. The stat line at least. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists without the 2 other star players. Lakers win it 119-103. This is the first time in nearly a year and a half that LeBron has had back-to-back games with 25 points and 10 assists. Last night was also LeBron's 11th 25-point, 10-assist game since turning 40. It goes without saying, no other player in NBA history has done that even once at 40 or older. We bring our NBA guys back in. Wendy, you know LeBron pretty well. What was your biggest takeaway from his performance last night?
Well, for more than 20 years, Peter, when LeBron James teams are in trouble, you go to the basics, which is spread the floor, give the ball to LeBron at the top of the key, and let him find the best play, whether it's for himself or others. And that's essentially what the Lakers' game plan was last night. That's what the Lakers' game plan is going to be going into the playoffs. Look, there are situations where there could be much worse than this. This is a pretty good option to go to. And that's why you've seen LeBron's assists immediately elevate going to this system. Whether or not he can do this against a very formidable Houston defense that will key everything on him and try to keep him out of the lane and try to wear him down at both ends of the court at 41 years old, that's where the rubber is going to meet the road in the playoffs.
Vince, if I'm watching this as a Lakers fan, they've lost 3 straight games. We don't have Reeves. We don't have Luka. This is like the zombie Warriors. Am I encouraged? Am I feeling like, okay, or is this one where it's like that means nothing at all? And when they talk about the playoff run.
Well, if you lost the game, then it would have been disastrous. So to have that type of win, because LeBron, one thing LeBron is great at is he doesn't wait for guys to set themselves up. He made sure that those guys got the ball in early offense. And against a team like Houston, who is very good defensively, let's say that's the playoff matchup, you're going to have to be an opportunistic scoring team. And for LeBron to be able, in one game in a series, let's say it's game 2 in Houston, if you steal a game and then all of a sudden you go back to LA, they could be at home for game 1 and 2, but let's just say that's the situation. LeBron steals you a game on the road, and then you set yourselves up. You're in an advantageous position. LeBron can get you a game in the series. I don't know if he can get you 4, but he can get you a game. Who's better third option than LeBron James, even at this stage of his career?
And Tim, you do the playoff permutations and the matchups in such an expert way. What do we see from LeBron as far as the matchups go right now in the Western Conference?
Well, a lot of this is going to come down to tonight's game between the Lakers and Suns. The Suns have nothing to play for. The Lakers, obviously, we'll see if LeBron James plays second night of a back-to-back at 41 for a guy who has to really carry the load, at least in the first round, while Luka and Austin are out. But if the Lakers win this game tonight, they're playing the Utah Jazz on Sunday. Newsflash. They're going to win that game on Sunday. The Utah Jazz are not going to lose. So
not going to win.
They're not going to. Right. They're not going to lose by making sure they do lose. So it sets up a fascinating game on Sunday between the Denver Nuggets and the San Antonio Spurs, who, by the way, Denver's playing Oklahoma City tonight. Oklahoma City's going to make sure Denver wins because they want them on the other side of the bracket. And that sets up a chance for the Spurs on Sunday to, if they win that game, make sure Denver's on the other side of the bracket. And they get the Lakers or a wounded Minnesota team in the second round of the playoffs. So there's a lot that's going to happen this weekend in terms of where the seedings line up. But a lot of it comes down to this game tonight and if the Lakers get a win over Phoenix.
Wendy, should the Lakers be fearing Houston? Like, is that the team they're trying to avoid right now in the first round?
They don't have a choice. They're going to almost certainly play Houston in the first round. There is what Bontemps just described, a window for the Nuggets to fall back to fourth. What the Lakers have in their hands right now, Peter, is the chance to have home court. I really didn't think that was going to happen 3 or 4 days ago when we got the injury report on Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. But if they can beat the Suns tonight, and Devin Booker is not playing in that game, they are in command position to win again on Sunday and at least have home court in that first round series. And if you're trying to construct a way that they can stay in this long enough to get Luka back, it starts with being able to have home court in that first round. Lakers getting that win tonight or last night really changed their situation.
Real quick for the viewers at home, Wendy, the prognosis on those two, Reeves and Luka, just real quick if we can, so we can kind of visualize when we would get them back.
They have grade 2 injuries. These are weeks-long injuries. Now, I am not going to sit here and tell you anybody on the planet is going to know how a soft tissue injury is going to feel 2 weeks from now. So is it impossible that they come back in the first round? No. but it's definitely going to be weeks from now. And for the Lakers to get them back, they're going to have to extend a first-round series. And the way you do that, Peter, get home court. The way the Lakers get home court, win tonight and Sunday.
Yeah, speaking of the Rockets, who might be their opponent, our next stop is Houston, where they rattled off another win. 8th straight victory behind a 29-point, 7-rebound, 5-assist night from Kevin Durant. He was awesome again. Houston has scored 110 points in all 8 of these victories on this streak, during which time they have climbed all the way to 5th in the Western Conference standings. They're 51-29. Windy, why are these Rockets so dangerous and peaking at the right time?
Well, 2 weeks ago, they lost the double home game to the Lakers and looked like they were going nowhere fast, and their offense was DOA. They had a team meeting. They have started passing the ball dramatically more over this 8-game win streak. They're throwing about 20 more passes per game than they did in the first 70 games of the season. They've caught a nice portion of schedule, and now all of a sudden, with the Lakers getting hurt in front of them, they're potentially facing a wounded Lakers team, and if the Lakers lose another game, the Rockets could end up with home court. Now, I got to tell you, Bontemps caught me by surprise today when he laid out with the situation where Denver and San Antonio. Denver has won 10 games in a row. I think they probably get that 3 seed, and that would not be good for Houston if Denver comes back. But Houston, with this winning streak, not only amping up their offense, but they could end up in a very advantageous matchup with the Lakers in the first round. And now Houston is looking at maybe making a playoff run.
Oh, this is so good. Vince, who was the biggest winner last night?
The champions, Oklahoma City, because 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, we were looking at their path to the NBA Finals being treacherous, right? They could have played Minnesota in the second round. They could have played Denver in the second round. Now they're going to cakewalk through the first round, and then they're going to possibly play the winner of Houston or LA. Let's say LA gets out of the first round. We've seen what they've done to the Lakers. Even if Luka and Reeves are back, they're not going to be the fullest version of themselves coming back from grade 2 soft tissue injuries. In other words, they're going to cakewalk to the Western Conference Finals while Denver and San Antonio beat each other up through 7 games possibly. Rest is going to be premium, and they're going to be sitting back licking their chops while everybody else is just battling it out.
And by the way, if they do get Houston in the second round, assuming they do, Houston's been a terrible team in the clutch all year, and the Thunder, by the way, have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's likely to win a second straight MVP and his money in those situations.
Best closer. Real quick, we got some crazy news with the Sixers. Tim, take us through what's going on with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday about 1:30, Joel goes on the injury report with an illness. He's out for the game. 90 minutes later, you find out he has appendicitis, an emergency appendectomy in Houston. I mean, I had several texts from people around the league come in. They all said the same thing, which is you can't make this bleep up. Like it just, people feel so bad. Like Joel Embiid, I think Tim McMahon said on TV yesterday that he might be the unluckiest player in the history of the league. When you go through all the things that have happened to this guy, I mean, 2 years ago, they played the Knicks in the first round. He has Bell's palsy, which most people have never even heard of, that half his face was frozen. He still had like 35-10 in the series, right? Like, it's unbelievable the amount of things that have happened to this guy, and now he's probably going to miss the rest of the season.
All right. We're going to
That
talk
was another
here.
break for Houston, Peter. That game last night was potentially a vitally important game for the 76ers. Houston ends up getting to play them without Joel Embiid in a shock move during the day. Just a huge turn of events. The 76ers are potentially now facing being in the play-in because they didn't win that game last night.
Yeah, and just a bummer. We like seeing our stars on the court, and we wish the best to Joel Embiid. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, Xander Schauffele at the Masters had an